to give you documentations, girl. Risk my life to give you documentations, girl. Oh my God, do. Somebody please say it ain't so. I want to thank y'all for tuning in to Docs Daily, where you get highly classified documentations from me, your boy, Sean Blasey. But ain't nothing funny though. Jaguar Wright want Brian Knight to put her out of her misery. She know that Brian McKnight is cut from a different cloth. If she would have tried a hip hop superstar, a R&B diva, or somebody that would suck their teeth and look the other way and avoid her and ignore her and wouldn't even take her seriously, she would still have a chance at life. But Brian McKnight is one of those Tiger Woods type of guys. He don't even care for sisters like that. So for her to be barking up his tree, she must want him to put her completely out of her misery. Y'all got to see what I'm talking about. Brian McKnight. Now I know y'all heard it by now. He's suing Jaguar Wright. He's letting the world know he didn't abuse his ex-wife or prostitutes or anything, but this is going to be the guy that's going to put the nail in Jaguar's coffin. Because if Jay-Z drag her to court and he show up looking like Young Hove and they pull up some of his lyrics, they might just give the bag to Jag. But Brian McKnight plays the piano. He serenades people at weddings. He's a well-to-do black guy. And Jaguar Wright, her attire comes from the smoke shop. Y'all see them earrings. She bought all that from the smoke shop. The shades, the necklace, the jacket. Smoke shop. Brian McKnight got people in higher places. He's Vanessa Williams' cousin, for crying out loud. He is not going for a stuff. And plus, she's black. And that's the last thing he wants to deal with ever in life. Brian McKnight says Jaguar Wright is talking crazy when she claims he abused his ex-wife and some prostitutes. So now he's suing her for defamation over. There is no way Jaguar Wright is going to be able to get out of this one. She done too much. She done said too much. Y'all need to listen to some of this.
How you was at the scene for Twitch's unalive. I'd rather talk to you about how you was at the scene for Twitch's unalivement. Missy Elliott, Mary J. Blige, J. Lo, including Queen Bebe, 50 years old, running around dancing in a skivvies, using a...
She trying to get a check. She done fucked up, man. And the money not coming like it once was. 2020 Jag and 2025 Jag, her shit is outdated. And she pushing it hard. That's the only way she know how to get some money. When she first came on the scene and she was popping that shit and she was all in the camera, driving Uber, talking crazy, going viral, those days are over. The numbers ain't looking the same. She trying to push the line as hard as she can push it. But now she's at the end of her rope and she wants somebody to just put her into her shit. It's looking like she don't want to live no more. She don't went to the extreme. She naming people. She's not even making sense at this point.
I'd rather talk to you about how you was at the scene for Twitch's unalivement. Missy Elliott, Mary J. Blige, J. Lo, including Queen Bebe, 50 years old, running around dancing in a skivvies.
She's a shock jock DJ that just blurt out shit, hoping that it catches somebody's on the airwaves. Mary J. Blige, Queen Latifah, Lil Baby, whoever, walking around in Speedos trying to catch a roach with your dusty ass. Her freestyles is not popping like they was. People not feeling her flow.
Using her kids for good press because her life sucks. And so does her tour. Missy Elliott just as dirty as every last one of these niggas that she was fucking pandering to and procuring for. Why don't somebody go ask Missy Elliott about why Tweet allegedly tried to unalive herself twice over?
Let it go, Jag. That's old news. It's a whole new generation. People don't know. The only tweet they know is Twitter. Former, it ain't even Twitter no more. It's X. She's speaking on shit that people don't forgot about or don't care about and don't moved on from. She talking about LB Shore, Uptown Records. She ain't got nothing up to date. Her DJing skills is whack. The record done skipped 1 million times and she's still going on with this bullshit.
Her, Missy Elliott, the female brain scrambler. They'd send her in to loosen the girls up and tighten them up so they wouldn't complain so much when the dudes came behind. Y'all want to know what happened to Total? Missy Elliott happened to Total. She was good for fucking up bitches' budgets and getting paid to do it.
Their grandmothers, Jag. Nobody cared. Their reign is over. What you got on Glorilla? What you got to say about Megan Thee Stallion? She getting sued by old heads that's just trying to get their ass somewhere and sit down. Look, R-N-E. She need to cut this shit out. Can't you see what you do to me? Your love was meant to be, and you the one for me. Who gives a fuck? This is 90s glory. This is throwback glam. Prince went to their concert. Nobody's listening. And people still enjoy this music. Why mess up a good thing? People want her to shut up. All of the music that Brian McKnight put out, classics, people don't want to think about nothing that Jag is talking about. Now he's about to sue her holy draws off. And she's begging for it. She knows she's an old horse. She wants somebody to just end her shit, man. She tired of all of this. She keep on crying, keep on screaming about Dougie Fresh and all. Don't nobody care. Y'all got to listen, man, because she's self-destructing. Hold on.
Missy Elliott, how quiet has she been about what happened to Aaliyah? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think Missy Elliott was really pressing to get the real goods on what happened to her beloved Aaliyah.
She trying to tie Missy Elliott into the Aaliyah situation. I can't stand the plane, don't. Against my window, I can't stand the plane. Who got the keys to the plane? I'm mad. I'm pissed that she hitting us with this old. She trying to weave in this old. That's like when restaurants open in the morning and they try to mix the old rice with the new rice, and you be like, this shit spoiled. They try to take the old greens and mix it with the new greens. They take the old General Tao chicken from the night before, mix it in with the new General Tao chicken. I can't stand the plane. Sitting next to the window. I can't stand the plane. Yeah. Who got the keys to my plane? Yeah. Don't. Let it go, Jag. Them days don't. Your grandmother status. The young kids don't care. And the people that's your age got more important shit going on.
She's probably one of the most least supportive of everybody. Oh, she was an angel. Fuck you mean. You all should be sitting with Diddy at them tables. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I swear to God, I love my life. You know, and right now, it's like, I love when God throws me a big old meatball, like right over home plate, so I could just real fast.
Oh my God, what is she gonna do? Jag, we gonna have to figure it out, babe. Motherfucker, do telemarketing. Like you need to pay your taxes because if you don't, Diddy's gonna be knocking at your door. And when they let that diddler out and you haven't paid your taxes, he's going straight in your butt. Now give me your social security number and your checking account. That way we can get you cleared before the diddler gets home. She gonna have to figure it out. ASAP, man. She gonna have to do customer service or something. Like, let me tell you about these roaches. We can eliminate these in 24 hours. If you let them linger, you're gonna have fat bitches like Missy Elliott standing outside your door. She gonna be working for Orkin. What's she gonna do, man? We gotta figure this out for Jag. Her shit played out, man. She done it too long. Now Brian McKnight. He about to cancel her contract. Whatever money she got left, Brian want every penny. Like Mr. Brian, she only has $55. Like, I'll take the money. I'll take all $55. Like, come on, Brian. I know what else you did. You don't want me to say anymore. Like, please do so I can sue you for that. The singer just filed a suit against Jaguar for a bunch of things she's been saying about him online, which he says are blatant lies. We already know. Well, I know, but she still got people that's willing to take the bait. So, you know, Brian don't give a damn about none of that. According to the lawsuit obtained by TMZ, Brian claims Jaguar went on social media. She logged on, put a thumbnail on that bitch. She ain't even put no lighting in the background. She just had her mouth ready and alleged McKnight was hiring prostitutes and physically abusing them during sexual encounters. He says that never happened. How would she know? He in the dark alley somewhere, Jaguar peeking around the corner like, you dirty R&B niggas. Oh, there go Brian McKnight. He picked up another prostitute. She followed him to an undisclosed location, to a motel somewhere. He going to room, Jaguar peeking through the curtains. Yeah, look at how he hit the bitch. He smacked the bitch. Oh, wait until I tell social media. How would she know what the hell Brian McKnight doing with some prostitutes? What's more, Brian claims Jaguar also alleged he was an abusive husband to his ex-wife, Julie McKnight, who Jaguar claims is her cousin. Brian says he never abused his ex-wife and had no idea about her being related to no goddamn Jaguar Wright. He called up his wife, are you related to Jaguar Wright? Like, I've never heard of that bitch a day in my life. They're going to reconcile their marriage over some lies that Jaguar Wright was talking. It's worth noting Jaguar has also made allegations against Jay-Z, Beyonce on Piers Morgan's show and claiming the Carters are more victims than Diddy. Piers ended up apologizing for airing the interview with Jaguar after getting a threat from Jay-Z and Beyonce's legal team. So he had her on the show entertaining her shenanigans. They made him say, Uncle, and he apologized. Now Brian McKnight is about to be digging her pockets. Now I need y'all to listen at Jag and let me know if y'all take her seriously.
Oh my God. Barely got to touch anything. Anybody calling me any names will be removed. You should respect me. Apparently, I'm the boogeyman.
That shit was ill. She playing too much. But you know what? She knows dummies out there. It's a lot of stupid ass people. Let's be real. People with this technology, people getting dumber and dumber. So Jag figured as long as I'm playing and making a bag, if people dumb enough to believe it, then she just gonna keep on running this shit. And on top of that, it is entertaining. You know, it's like reading a novel or some Goosebumps, a fiction. But some people believe that when they read fiction, there's some truth in there somewhere. People will watch a sci-fi movie and be like, you know what? It's some real shit like that happening out of space. People will always second guess it or consider it to be facts, no matter what it is. They will bring it to light. They will dive into history to bring some logic to some bullshit that somebody made up.
Yeah. I love when the devil just tries to chin check me. You know what I'm saying? Because then I just get to be like, okay, yeah, I love it. I don't know how amazing she was. I know how many people didn't see it because they pushed all of those cheap seats to the front to make it look like people were there. It's very simple, baby. God said no. I love it when God talks, you know? Mama Bear, beautifully blended. I love that book. I can't wait to not only read it, but share it with my book club over on my YouTube channel.
That's how you know she be telling stories. She got a book club reading children's stories to her fans. She could freestyle some shit on some Three Little Bears about Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Blue Ivy. Like all they ever fed that little bitch was porridge. Beyonce don't have no real food in her refrigerator, not even hot pockets for her little monsters. Kanye West was right when he said that their kids were retarded. That's because Beyonce is retarded. That Blue Ivy, no wonder they had her in the Lion King's movie, because they really lived like the three little bears. People would be like, you know what? She do look like one of them little bears.
Channel, the Jaguar Wright effect. Apparently, we need to put Mama Bear, beautifully blended, on our readers list. And do you want to know why? Because it's the real life stories, an abusive marriage.
Okay, pause this. We got baddies in the building. I'm gonna take a little bit of time to acknowledge the beauty. I mean the booty. Excuse me. I've been drinking a little bit. We got the factor in here, man, and she's a big deal. So y'all show her some love. Who else we got? Those the only we got this beautiful young lady in the building. I just want y'all know I risk my life to give y'all these documentations, girls, and Simply Alluring is here. Without further ado, play the tape.
To some love singing nigga. That's what I love about music. You can really channel how you really feel in a very therapeutic way. Cathartic. Where was I? Where was I with it?
She gonna have to up her quality, because how she gonna pay Brian McKnight? She gotta pay him. There's other people that's about to be suing her. She gonna have to get a sound man, some lighting. She gonna have to start doing collabs with other YouTubers. She need to quit this goofy shit, getting online. She getting sued for playing online. Now, shout out to Tasha K. She put together a whole production. Tasha K got the music. She got the wine. When Tasha K gets sued, she got a plan B to get up out of the bullshit. Because she actually have a team of people to make her stuff professional. Jag getting sued sitting on her toilet playing around smoking weed. That's horrible. Y'all see this? Brian McKnight sues Jaguar Wright over claim he abused his ex and prostitutes. Brian has filed a lawsuit against fellow R&B singer Jaguar Wright over claims she allegedly made regarding his past relationship with ex-wife Julie McKnight. Now, y'all hold on one second, because we need to see this together. We need to learn together. And hit them like buttons, and I need to see more comments in the comment section, people. Pretty please. Julie McKnight. I want to see this woman and see if there's a possibility that she's related to Jag. So Brian McKnight was married to this woman? That don't even seem like his type. He had to get the hell on. He said, baby, you're aging, and I ain't talking about you from Asia. He had a regular wife. She bamboozled his ass. Like, Brian, I am not all the way black. That's first of all. Second of all, my mother is Malaysian. Like, I got me some exotical, brother. Wait till she come by, man. I got me some exotical, man. She fooled his ass. That was it. I would have never thought. And she turned into a straight up witch. Hold on. We need to look at this real quick. Hold up. Wait a minute.
Because positivity. Those of you who do follow me, you know how I strive to live within a space of positivity. I try daily to make a conscious effort to remain in that space, because outside of that isn't a happy place to be. Physically, mentally, spiritually, it's better for me to be in a space where I make sure that the joy is what's around me, because I have so much to be thankful for, so many things that I'm grateful for. And I know the way the devil works, and I know to deal with, because they keep entering your life when you are no longer giving any more energy to it. It's to only keep you down to where they thought they had you, because they knew that they were the author of an extreme situation.
She said an extremely abusive situation. So was he beating her ass or no?
Emotionally, mentally.
Mhm.
And they're no good at not being the center of that attention anymore.
She didn't say physically. She said emotionally and mentally. So she never said that he beat her like Jaguar Wright claiming.
So when everybody pulls that away, it's like a kid who throws a tantrum. I'm gonna do more. I'm gonna raise up. I'm gonna raise my voice is gonna get louder until I end up on the ground kicking and screaming, and then I'm gonna show you that, you know, I got you. No, no. You continue to stay in that space that keeps you cool.
She ain't got no more freak. She got old on Brian McKnight. So for you ladies out there, when y'all start to get old, that's when you're gonna go out there and get him a younger thing. Look at his new wife. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. She got him playing the piano again. She got that motherfucker on the piano. Look, he got a whole new family. They gonna make a movie about this motherfucker. He got a whole new situation. He don't marry something younger, something different. Um, he got new kids. She popping out babies like popcorn. So that's his old family. They look like the kids from the Boondocks. He's like, I'm so tired of beating their ass. Like, that's what black fathers supposed to do. Y'all see this? Brian got tired of it. Like, fuck you, punk ass nigga. You ain't my daddy anyway. Nigga, you ain't my motherfucking daddy. Like, I might not be your daddy. Like, matter of fact, let me talk to your mother. Did you get a DNA test for these little motherfuckers? He went out there and got something else. And I ain't saying he right. But she looked like she showed up on her Jada Pinkett shit. Like, if any of these niggas disrespect me, you better be willing to go to jail, nigga. Like, I'm so tired of ghetto dynamics. Like, I want something new, something exotic. I'm so tired of ghetto dynamics, baby. I'm tired of taking penitentiary chances. Oh, oh. Like, you so fine. He was so he was so happy when he met this woman and got Jaguar Wright talking shit, talking about that's my cousin and he beat her ass. Had prostitutes beat their ass. He like, I just can't escape these bitches. He turned around and sued. He's suing. He in the process of suing Jaguar Wright. Like, shut your black ass up. Like, I moved on. I ain't looking back. This is sad, y'all. It's sad. He said he wrote all of his number one hits in that marriage. But okay, Sean. Yeah, because he was in pain. That's when he made his best music. He had some shit to cry about. Like, oh, why her mama in my business? I don't know. It ain't like I'm married to her mama. They just love drama. Somebody said, do all these people live in Cali or what? You just never know. Does she have a home base to be served a subpoena? That's what I want to know. How he gonna sue Jaguar Wright? Where the fuck she live? Like, send it to my P.O. box, bitch. Like, I have no home. I never received it. I don't live anywhere. I live on YouTube. Send it to YouTube. Somebody said, say farewell to the dark of night. I see the coming of the sun. I feel a little child whose life has just begun. Whose lyrics is that? Somebody, is that a Brian McKnight song or something? We got to get back to this news. Listen to that Jag.
What if recording high quality content, editing like a pro,
Get him the
streaming
fuck
like
out
a
of here,
star
yo. Get
was
him out
as
of here.
simple?
I'm a nightmare for you too. I truly monotony. I'm just gonna clearly do what you a goofball. Like, for real. You straight goofy. Batting average is 1,000. And your ex-wife is about to sell a shit fuck ton of bucks. I'm gonna make sure of it. I mean, I should have some money for you to sue me with, right? Huh? You a goofball. Straight goofy. But come on. Crash test dummy. Let's see what you look like coming off that wall. Because see, that wall that you about to crash into is named God. G-O-D. See, that's the wall you about to run right into, Goofy McKnight. You about to run. Crash. Crash into me. God is saying to you, and you about to be on your knees, G.
It's always that ghetto stud in school. Remember? It was always that chick in school, dusty as ever, with a mouth that just would not talk shit to any and everybody. One lazy eye, slew-footed, just dead talking shit. Don't nobody want her. She miserable. Misery loves company, man. I remember a few girls like that in school. They walk up on you like, "What's up, punk ass bitch ass nigga? Look at you all soft and shit, nigga. You're weak. Look at your whack." They be standing there with some dirty sandals leaning to the side. You got on a new outfit, some new Nikes, and they still talking shit. Look at them outdated ass Nikes. They only white today. I bet they be dirty tomorrow, you dirty motherfucker. It's always that chick, man. You be minding your business. You see her in the hallway. She see you coming like, uh-oh. Here come this old bitch ass, punk ass, suck ass now, bitch ass. And you know you can't do nothing to her because she a female. And you try to avoid her you be like, oh shit, here comes Sharon. They're like, hey, bitch ass nigga, hey, nigga. Like, where did they find this bitch, man? She live in the damn porter body with her mother somewhere. She crawl out that bitch every day, come to school just to start shit with people. You got celebrities that got to deal with that same type of chick on the internet. And her name is Jaguar Wright. Brian McKnight somewhere playing his piano, minding his motherfucking business. He get on YouTube, he eating popcorn with his feet up, his wife in the kitchen making fried rice or whatever. His beautiful baby in there cooking for the kids. Like, oh, let me take a piano break. Gonna sit back on the patio, put my feet up. Ooh. He living that bougie black life. He get online. All he see is Jaguar Wright. I hope you got enough money to sue me, you punk motherfucker. Like, actually, I do. He's so damn happy. Well, goddamn, what happened to her face? He probably is beating her ass. Her face wasn't that puffy before. She needed cheekbone replacements. What the hell he do to his wife? Is y'all looking at what I'm looking at? Let me make sure. He probably did put hands on her because she look a whole lot different. Unless these different, he look miserable with this one. Let's be hand with them kids. Hold on. Look. Brian McKnight claims his ex-wife forced him to stop helping the strange son, Nico. Oh, that's horrible. That's horrible. I didn't know that. This is...
Hey everybody, we are still here in London, riding high after the concerts this weekend with Boyz II Men, and we are so grateful for all of the love. I wanted to take a few moments to talk about something that I'd already addressed 6 months ago, but I hesitate to talk about it now because the subject matter is so sensitive and so serious that I don't believe it's for public consumption. But because people keep asking me about it, I feel a need to address this once again. 6 months ago, when we found out about this, we called him, we talked to him, we talked to his wife. She told us that she was all alone and handling everything all by herself. And it became quickly evident to us that since they didn't have insurance and they didn't have access to the proper doctors, naturally, and even though all this nonsense has been going on for years, we jumped into action. We asked for his medical reports. We received those medical reports. We hand-delivered them to the best specialists in the country. Those specialists outlined a plan of action that would give him the best fighting chance.
Hopefully Nico was able to beat it. This is sad. I don't really want to dive too deep into that. They got family issues that they trying to work through or whatever the case is. Brian McKnight claims he offered help to his estranged son Nico with his battle but stopped once his ex-wife Julie McKnight intervened. During the Back at One Singers weekly question and answer on Instagram, he replied to a fan who suggested that he wrote a song about his son who was dying in hospital. Oh, Lord have mercy. 6 months ago, we found out about this. We called him, we talked to him, we talked to his wife. She told us that she was the only one or whatever. They jumped into action, and he's claiming that his wife told him, his ex-wife told him to stand down. So we were miraculously found a treatment facility near our home that put him in the top of the list and all that stuff. While the 17 Grammy Mendoza, who arranged for Nico and his wife to fly to their home, Brian claimed his ex-wife, Julie, 52, made a hostile phone call to him, demanding him to stop helping their son. Why would his mother want to do that? He said, I can only imagine that if that help came from me, that it would go against the strong narrative that's being pushed out there about me. Brian continued referring to claims that he's a deadbeat father. So what are we doing? That don't mean just because she said stop don't mean you got to stop. So he called his son like, your mom said I don't want to do it no more because I don't want to make your mother mad. I was going to help you, but your mother called me and told me not to do it. Either way, that sounds crazy, but that's their business. What Jaguar Wright got to do with it? That's why she getting sued, man. They already got their own thing going on. She putting gasoline on their fire. She throwing some extra stuff on top of it. But matter of fact, let's listen to Jag real quick because this is starting to piss me off.
Touch not my anointed and do my prophets no wrong. You nothing. You a snack for the devil. And I'm going to make sure you find his mouth after you lose all your teeth when you run into that wall called God. Like straight. What you think this a game? Ain't nobody playing. Thought I told you before. Don't you knock on my door. I was trying to be nice, but your own thin ice. Ooh, nigga, you done did it. Now you really, really, really did it. Ooh, one, a nightmare for you. Two, I truly disgust you. Three, nigga, it's so plain to see that you're a scumbag clearly. And 4, repeat motherfucking 1 through 3. 5, nigga, get on your knees if ever.
See, this, if you gonna get sued, like I said earlier, if you gonna get sued, at least be legitimate about what you got going on. Playing around and goofing around. Brian ain't playing. He ain't online goofing with this thing. He really about to snatch whatever coin she got left. Whatever she got. And they want to make an example out of people like Jaguar Wright that be playing with their names because they encounter Jaguar Wright fans and they got to deal with goofy shit at the airports and just in general conversation. They in the wrong neighborhood. Because a lot of times these celebrities get caught in the wrong neighborhood, places that they don't necessarily want to be. The GPS take them to the wrong part of town. They stuck in traffic. Next thing you know, people honking their horn, saying shit that he don't know what the hell they talking. Jaguar Wright said, Jaguar Wright, you dirty mother, but take care of your kids, Brian. He not trying to deal with that when he go shopping or whatever it is he doing. People whispering about him. People putting dirt on his name. But I feel like if it ain't true, then it shouldn't ruffle your feathers like that. So it might be some, I don't know. I don't believe Brian McKnight was beating on his wife or whatever the case is, but Jaguar been saying some things about a lot of people, and I really don't know what the truth is and what the truth is not. I need y'all to listen at this real quick.
Hey guys, it's Brian McKnight here. I've been traveling about 17 hours to Guam. I have a concert tonight, and I got off the plane to some of the most heinous craziness I've ever seen. in my life that my oldest son, Brian, would post that I'm abandoning my children. And the reason why, I suppose, is because I have a new family. And I guess this stems from a post that I made the other day about my son, Jack, who I'm very proud of, which isn't to say I'm not and haven't been proud of my other children, but I was proud of this one for the things that he did that day. But we'll get back to that in a second. Anyone who knows me knows over the last 20 years, 30 years now, as a matter of fact, that I've been there for my children every step of the way until recently. And let's be clear, my two sons are 30 and 27, not 12, not 13, but 30 and 27. Now, my daughter's about to turn 18. That's another story I'll get to in a second. I've never missed a day of child support. I've never done anything adverse to my children whatsoever. I've always been there. I've always been there with advice, whether they took it or not.
Oh, I see what's going on here. I see what all the hoopla is about. I get it. I see why people spreading rumors on Brian McKnight, and I see why people trying to paint him to be the bad guy. It's because he chose happiness. He decided to move on. He tried. He made it work. He waited until those kids got grown. His kids, they told me he abandoned his kids like they still young. When they was young, he was there. He left like most people do. Some people stick together till them kids is grown and they get a friggin' divorce. Like, well, we did our job. When you got a job to do, you want to see it through. They have that conversation like, look, we going to stay together, but when them kids grown, I'm getting the hell on. And that's what Brian did. He got as soon as they left the house and sent them to college. And when you get a certain age, you on your own. He went and started a new life. He's still young. He's still fly. He's still healthy. I don't see nothing wrong with this. But people don't like it when you move on and you start doing other things, especially when you dating somebody that's not like what you used to been dating. Look at his son. His kids grown as fuck. Look at his kids, man. Hold on, run that down. Run it back. His sons is grown-ups. They're adults. They got tattoos. They doing whatever they want. They some grown-ass men's. And if they need it, he doing a hell of a lot better than a lot of fathers out here. At least they know who he is. They was raised in a household with their father. He looked out as much as he needed to look out. When you a grown-ass man, you got to do what you got to do. Somebody said, nope, he still have his 16-year-olds. Hey, they almost grown too. Said he left when they were 3. I beg to differ. See, y'all making up stuff on top. Y'all trying to Jaguar Wright this man. I ain't going for it. He said asking his wife of 3 to move out of home that she lived in for 13 years, although Brian didn't even know where the towels were kept. If it's his house and you could do what you want to do with your own house. If it was her house, he wouldn't have been able to tell her to do nothing because it was her house. Said the firm's allegation is of unwarranted infidelity and neglect of their children. As far as I'm concerned, Brian McKnight's kids were grown. He said he left his first baby mama when his sons was 2 and 4. But he said he never missed a day of child support. He still supported his kids regardless of if he was in the home or not. Said the wife just didn't speak on it until after he went public with the other one. Them kids grown. Y'all gonna have to y'all mad because Brian McKnight got him a light bright delight. That's what it's all about. If he had a wife like his ex-wife, y'all be like, okay, it's cool. If he was married to what's that lady, Leslie Jones or somebody, y'all would be cool with that. But since he with Little Miss Bangkok and he living his best life and she cook, good God, Brian, oh my God. Oh my goodness. I ain't mad, homie. And she is brown. So he ain't sold all the way out. Good God Almighty. Yeah. Live your motherfucking life, Brian. Them kids grown. What else? They better learn how to play a piano or this. Teach them niggas how to play a piano. Oh my God. She got a look at that grip. We gonna move on. You know what I'm saying? He love her. I love her too. We love her. He in China with her ass. Look, they looking the other way like, ew. Like she kissy ducky. Like, I love you, boo, 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 boo. I love you. He married her and everything. Like, I gotta have you. Yes, I need you. I love you. I gotta have. Look, his ex-wife. She look like she ready to start some shit. Look at this. Y'all need to see this. Look what Steve Harvey was working with. She like, nigga, all you ever did was buy me some breasts, you broke cheap motherfucker. Like, wait a minute. Now I bought them titties. Get your ass back in the house. Where you going? I paid $35,000 for them titties. Like, they mine's now, mother. I could do what I want. Now hand me my cigarettes. Steve Hart, look at her ass now. What if he would have stayed with her? Look at her now, man. He would be miserable. Like, I see you bought your old lady with you, Steve. Next time, leave her ass at home. He show up on the red carpet with her. They hopping out the limousines with they bad bras. He's like, come on now. It's getting cold out here. Let's get in here. Like, wait a minute, Steve. I gotta get out the car first. Where you going? Like, I'm tired of this shit, man. Like, I know she ain't all that in the face, but look what I bought down here. And I ain't trying to be funny about this, but Steve Harvey, he had to make some changes. You know what I'm saying? And Brian McKnight ain't the only person that had to make some changes. People do that. And what not wrong with his ex-wife, but she ain't no Marjorie. She'll beat Marjorie's ass, though. Marjorie be like, oh, not my face, not my face. Don't my face. She'd be like, you could do whatever the fuck you want to do to my face, bitch. Excuse my language, but come on, man. Men do it. Yo, shout out to Ja Rule. Y'all need to see this. Hold on. No. Let me type this in. Oh my goodness. Do y'all see this? Oh my goodness. He stayed with her ass. And he's still with her. T.I. still with his wife. Man, that complexion go a long way, don't it? Cause yeah. It is what it is. But you know, if he love her, then that's all that really matters. It ain't like he ain't dealing with nothing on the side or whatever the case is. But we're gonna get back to what Jaguar Wright talking about. But some people decide that they want to upgrade in their life, and ain't nothing wrong with that, especially if things ain't working out. You know, if it ain't working, then you need to keep it moving. Jaguar Wright have no business speaking on Brian McKnight and his situation.
I thought that my work was done. Nigga, I'll drag you back to a nightmare for you.
Shut the
It
hell
was
up.
done to be alone. Bad now, you sit. Watch me, bitch, watch me. Play in your face, play in your face, play in your face. You not G'd up. You a snack for the devil. Acknowledge that. Seventh-day Adventist, defectee, Oakwood College, defectee. I made it into the game riding on take 6. And then the second that I had a chance to make it, I cut them in the back and blocked almost all they work. And they was my own blood. That's how you did your brother. Should we talk about how you do your sons? Sounds like you just got a problem with men. And you don't do too good with women either. You better back up. Go on now. Like, really? Go, little bro. You can't handle this. Stop. before you really embarrass yourself. You're too filthy a human being. Like, you're disgusting. You're trifling. And you're not as talented as you think. And Eric Benet will always be better than you. Oops! I'm sorry, did I touch your ego? Ugh. If anybody knew how much you hated on Eric Benet.
That's why he went and got the wife he got now. Let's be real, man. He got tired of it. And Jaguar Wright's supposed to be his ex-wife's cousin. And this is what he got to come home to. I had some bad experiences, man. And I ain't going to speak on my experiences or whatever, but for the men out there, I'm talking to my brothers, because maybe I'm tripping, maybe I'm wrong, but do y'all like dealing with your lady's family like that? For the men out there, do y'all like, do y'all rock with your lady's family? Let me know, because some men do. Some men, they all about their in-laws and shit. And for the ladies out there, do y'all rock with your man's family? His moms, his dad, his sisters, his cousins, do y'all rock with them? Or do y'all like not rock with them? Some people gotta have it. If you're gonna be in a relationship with somebody, you gotta be in a relationship with their family too, which is only right, especially when you're talking about marriage. Because when you're talking about marriage, you about to be marrying into somebody's family. But if they family ain't right, or if you ain't feeling their family like that, or if you don't want to be a part of their family history, their family lineage, if you ain't trying to be a part of their family, then it ain't gonna work. So please let me know out there if you the type that must be a part of your significant other's family. Because in Brian McKnight's case, if Jaguar Wright is his ex-wife's family, just imagine the type of shit that he had to go through. Because if that's the cloth that she's cut from, his marriage was filled with drama. And people don't show you who they really are. You find that stuff out later on down the line. So when he first met her, she probably presented herself like she was the sweetest woman alive. And a lot of times women do that. They make it seem like they fairy angels that got your best interest at heart and all of this madness. And then once you get to know them, that's why family history is very important. When you dealing with somebody, your best bet is to know the family history, because that's essentially what you're going to be dealing with. For the men out there, study your girlfriend's mama. Study her mama. Study her mama. Because like they say, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. And that ain't nothing but facts, man. The apple do not fall far from the tree. Now, not in every case, but in most cases. But I respect people that go out their way to break those cycles. It's people out there that die hard, all about breaking those family curses, breaking those family cycles. So if you meet a woman that's all about breaking them cycles, and a person that's trying to be their own person and prove that they better, that's who you need to be with. But some people, they just fall into the same old trap. If you want to know who you're dealing with, a lot of times, look at their mama, unless you're dealing with a rebel. So go for the rebel types. Somebody said, I still don't like my BM family. That's why we're not together. It will ruin everything. You can have a beautiful relationship with a person, but if they family involved in your situation and you have to deal with their family, it's all going to go to hell. She said, projection should be studied for real, for real. Nothing but facts. It definitely need to be studied. She said, stuck in the past and present like the white trash, never moving forward. I don't necessarily understand that, but I'm pretty sure you meant well by what you said. Okay, we got to move on. Y'all need to listen to this real quick.
Mr. One, a nightmare come true. 2, just wanna be on you. 3, Brian McKnight. And here's 7-Day. You grew up 7-Day Adventist just like me. Like his family went to Oakwood. You a 7-Day Adventist, Brian. But I'm not gonna sit there and have you disrespect my cousin's children by saying they're ungrateful and by saying they ain't got. and saying that they jealous of your new kids. Tell your new wife to get a mouth grill and to get a helmet for when you decide to go off crazy like you just want a prostitute that you pay to choke out and beat like a while you dirty you Brian McKnight. Won't you ever talk?
He got to deal with Lucifer, man. She the Tupac of YouTube. She hit him up every time she get on there. It don't matter who it is. Brian McKnight, he ain't got time for it, man. Like, this is why I don't date these types. That's the shit brother got, man. It's making me sick to my stomach. Oh, Brian McKnight, you bitch ass nigga. Make sure your wife get her teeth fixed and put on the helmet. Next time you beat her ass like you do to prostitute, nigga. When I see you in the street, Brian McKnight, I'm gonna beat your ass, nigga. You can try to sue me all you want, nigga. I'll come in your house, beat your ass, beat your wife ass, nigga. You ain't shit, nigga. Beat your ass, you motherfucking little bitch ass, motherfucking bitch ass, nigga. Like, damn, the shit you gotta go through when you dealing with other black people. Like, damn, you just want to choke this shit. Like Shannon Sharp. Like, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'll fucking choke the shit out you. You just want to put your hand. If Brian McKnight say, oh, let me share something with y'all real quick. We're going to get back to this news. But I got to share something with y'all real quick. Because I love y'all and I want y'all to know what I want to share my experiences with y'all. Look at this. I'm so excited. I love sharing stuff with y'all. Last night, I had trouble sleeping. So I watched this movie. Oh my God. This bitch was so damn crazy. Oh my God. She was insane. I'm like, man, you got to be careful who you messing with. Do not. Oh my God. This movie is perfect. It's some crazy people out here. This movie had me on the edge of my seat. I was mad as hell. And I ain't see it in a long time. And you know, when you see stuff when you young and you ain't really experienced life like that, you be like, oh, okay, whatever. But when you get older and you go back and watch this shit, man, it's not even worth it. If you got a good situation, he had a beautiful wife, fine as hell. And he messing with this whole old face. Oh my God. It's horrible, man. Some people just miserable as hell. And you got to avoid these types. And you don't see it. People coming to you like, this, damn, that's what she look like now. This movie is beyond crazy. They had to execute this bitch. This Jaguar Wright got me thinking about this. If you call yourself getting it in with Jaguar Wright, this is the type of shit you're going to have to deal with. A hopeless romantic, a helpless romantic, whatever the case you want to call it. These people are sick. Oh man. Okay, let's get back. But yo, I watched this all the way through last night. If you haven't seen it, if you could get it on Prime, or whatever the case, they don't make movies like this no more. There's no innovation. And I was thinking when I was watching the movie, they actually had to hold the cameras, like the old school cameras. And the acting, you had to be a good actor because they ain't have time for your foolishness, man. If you couldn't get it right, you was wasting film. You had to be on your shit. So all the actors was A1. Nowadays, they got all this shit to where you could be a horrible actor and they could edit, Chabby. You could do 100 takes and it's not going to cost them no film. So back then, to get the angles and the lighting, and they put a whole lot into production back then, and they was not playing with these movies. But classic. I don't think they'll be able to ever have this type of creativity no more. And another movie that I want to share with y'all real quick. Oh, was it 3000? Yeah. This movie. This movie helped me realize something about the new age and the world that we living in now, with all of this technology and everything, the internet, and all, it takes the magic away from every. That's why you don't see no creativity. There's nothing new. There's nothing really innovative, because this technology, it takes the magic out of everything. And you got to see the movie to know what I'm talking about. This is a good movie too. There, like, your imagination don't even work the same with all this technology. There's no more mystery to anything. Like, it's all dead. Like, it's all gone. The past, the magic of the past is gone. It's been filtered out by these electrical waves and all this bullshit we got going on. But that's Negro Handle there. Hey, we got to get back to what Jaguar Wright talking about. Y'all need to listen at this. Y'all ready? Okay, here we go.
About my cousin's children ever again. And your son sings better than you. That's the worst part. Your son got you beating vocals off today. You Brian, keep your children's name out your mouth. Keep my cousin's children's name out your mouth. You want to get a little publicity? Here's some publicity. Her name is Kelly Worthington. She grew up in South Jersey and she worked in Delilah's for many years. She is the cousin of Kamal from The Roots. Her dad's name was Harris and she worked with Amber Rose, and y'all can ask Amber Rose. Ask Harris how that used to pay her extra stacks so he could and do all kinds of you Brian.
This the end of this, y'all. Just in case y'all didn't know, this is it for Jaguar Wright. If you've been entertained thus far, then hey, this the end of the road. As we go to the end of the road, and I can't let it go. She's too much for me, and she talk too much. Now she's getting sued. That's it, man. The Jaguar Wright done came and went. Her light done glue, and then it done faded. Brian McKnight is putting the end of the night to Jaguar Wright. She overdid it, Holmes. She's in the danger zone. She shouldn't be alone. She fucked up. She should have, and you know, if she would have capitalized off of it and ventured into something else to where she ain't had to continue doing this shit, then that would have been better. She should have opened up a food truck with Beanie Siegel or something. Jaguar Wright wings. Have painted Jaguar on the side of the food truck. And them wings is right. Got the fuck Beyonce and Jay-Z platter. You get a 12-piece wing and Beyonce fries. Get the Jay-Z lip sausage, the sausage Jay-Z lip sausages. We split it down the middle, split them down the middle, bust them open just like Jay-Z's lips. Put ketchup, mustard, onions, and relish on it. We got them Diddy wings. They popping. Fuck Diddy wings. Got the Aaliyah ice cream float. We got those going on. She should have parlayed this into something else to where she ain't got. How long she gonna be able to do this, man? How long is Jag? It's over. Like, Brian McKnight is sealing her casket right now. She said, by the way, I love it when you leave comments because you always got something to say, you know, and y'all be having something to say too. It said also obsessed with Beyonce and Idris Elba. They did a movie together, right? I never seen it. I heard Beyonce's acting wasn't all that great. I love it when y'all be saying real stuff. Tracy said, let the truth set you free. No matter how long it takes, let the truth come out. Thanks, Jag. Yo, shout out to Jag, you know. Said, by the way, I feel Brian was jealous of his wife's potential to be credited for being pivotal in his career due to her long songwriting ability stable. So you want to give all of Brian McKnight's credit to his wife. That's fine with me if that's what you want to do. She said, man, I hate a crazy ass Gemini. Oh my God. It's like the devil or something. They draw you in, then disassociate with the evil they do to people. You know, I feel a way about Geminis too. And a lot of people do. But I'm a Cancer and people feel a way about Cancers. So, I mean, you just can't win. They say my zodiac is the worst zodiac in the whole damn zodiac. And, you know, that's unfortunate. I can't argue against it, but, you know, I'm proud to be a Cancerian man. Yeah, I know I got my issues like a motherfucker, but it is what it is. She said, "Oh, that classic. Those movies are no good for the sisters. That's something a white man promoted. We not doing that. Let's get back to what Jag was talking about. Always got to talk about the white man.
If your kids have any expectation of you, you owe it to them because you are despicable human being. And I had to sit around and listen to people praise your God. Come back to the Lord. Come back to the Lord. Come back to the conference. Start singing in church again. You know, put your Jesus on. Put your Jesus on for Christmas. So Merry Christmas. He didn't all of the day. Brian McKnight is the day that I gotta see the talk about my cousin's kids.
All right, so you guys just heard all of that.
Yo, shout out to Tough News, man. Jaguar Wright, she going on for days about Brian McKnight, but she getting sued. So let me just go ahead and spit how I feel about all of this and how I feel about Jaguar Wright. I'm gonna speak it from the heart. How I feel about all of this. We got some hard ass women in our society. And that may not be a problem for the women out there, but for the men, it's definitely a problem because you got to know where you stand as a man. And you got to know where to direct your desires as a man. I feel like a lot of men mess up because even though we got a lot of hardened females in our community, men still desire these women. And that's the problem. When you desire somebody that's not good for you, then you're doing the damage to yourself. If you take the desire out of it, then you could have a healthy relationship with anybody, especially when you don't desire them, especially in the sexual type of way. You got to take, for you men out there listening, when it comes to the Jaguar Wright types or the types that's the toxic types, you have to make sure as a man, you take your desire out of it. That's the only way you're going to be able to have some harmony in your life, or else you're just going to be dysfunctional. You can't desire something. That's like when people desire things that they know is destroying them. That's like smoking cigarettes. You know them shit's killing you, but people still smoke them. Some people, they got to have a pack of cigarettes a day. It's men out there that despise these hood rats, but they love these hoes. They despise these women, but they still want to have sex with them. Yeah, that ain't the way to go. You're going to have to take your desire out of it. And in all honesty, it seems like that's what Brian McKnight did. Look. How can I put this in there? Yeah. Brian McKnight was in a toxic situation. You know, he married her. They had kids. He made it work up until the kids got grown. But he knew that she was toxic. He knew that that's not who he wanted to spend the rest of his life with. He tried to make it work. It was a mistake. He made mistakes. It was horrible. And then he moved on and decided that he wanted to go another route. There's such thing. Matter of fact, let me read some of these before I continue on, because this woman, she's like a lovely assistant of mine. She said, ladies, this is your cue to go harder. Your masculinity is shining sharp due to the masculinity that has been stripped from black men publicly. Go harder. Hey, you could be a man if that's what you want to do. Hey, have at it, ladies. You know, bulk up, be manly, do all that shit. But when the fun is over, the fun is over. Because when you live like that, people just want to have a good time with you. Once people squeeze the fun that you have to offer out of you, there's nothing left. When the fun is done, you're done. Your run is done. When the fun is done, your run is done. So yeah, go harder. Be more masculine. Do all that. Because the masculinity that you're talking about that's been stripped out of men have been stripped out of men due to the women that they choose to date. And I know you don't want to hear that, but somebody got to say it. You know, men with better preferences. Look at what Brian McKnight, and I'm not condoning what Brian McKnight did, but I know that's the reason why Jaguar Wright is mad at Brian McKnight, because he decided that he no longer wanted to experience ghetto dynamics. Prime example. Let me get this off my chest. Let me say what I got to say, and I'm gonna leave it alone. For my fellas out there listening, you dating chicks that listen to Lil Baby all day and they listen to trap rap, they Kevin Gates fans, and they into the hip hop culture, they Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Glorilla fans. You dealing with a chick that got that shit blaring out her headphones all day. She all about the Megan Thee Stallions, and that's her thing. By you being involved with her, you gonna be faced with a bunch of ghetto dynamics as a man. Situations gonna present themselves to where you gonna have to prove if you like them niggas in them songs that she be listening to. If you ain't like Lil Baby, you gonna have to be a real one dealing with a chick like that. You gonna find yourself in situations to where you gonna have to choose your freedom or take the high road or whatever the case is, man. You, like Dave Chappelle said, when keeping it real goes wrong, you gonna find yourself in ghetto dynamics by dealing with a chick like that. It's inevitable, because if you're not living up to her standards of masculinity, you not a man. If Lil Baby, if that's what she into, you gonna have to live up to that, unfortunately. So if you don't want to be a part of those ghetto dynamics, then you don't want to deal with a chick like that. I'm just saying. Brian McKnight, he was a part of the ghetto dynamic, and he got tired of it. His whole relationship with this woman, with them kids and all that, he probably kept a deuce in his back pocket just in case. Son got cornrows. They wearing polo, Gucci from head to toes, listening to Trick Daddy back in the day. He got sick of it, man. Brian McKnight, he not that type of dude. Look at this. Brian McKnight says his estranged biological kids are a product of sin. He said they spawned from the devil. His situation with his wife, it wasn't right. He said that. Brian McKnight said that he doesn't claim his estranged biological kids because they are a product of sin, like the children of Ham. During a recent question and answer session on Instagram, the Back at One singer responded to a fan who defended his decision to no longer claim his 4 oldest biological children, Brian Jr., Nico, Brianna, and Clyde, because some relatives can be pure evil. This is what Brian said. He said, I want to big up my man right here. He gets it. While pointing at the fan's comment, he said, in order to live a life that you love, you have to get rid of the evil and negativity, even if that evil and negativity is related to you. He got, like I just got done saying, he got tired of the ghetto dynamic that plenty of brothers have to face with. A lot of men just say, fuck it, I'm going to be a real one. I'm going to do it for the team. I'm going to do it for the home team. I'm going to go out here and thug it out and just live like that, man. A lot of times when you see brothers that's trying to hold it down in the household, they be drunk as fuck all day, every day. Got to have a beer or some weed or something just to get them through the ghetto madness. Somebody said, you having a platform on YouTube is run by the white man and you can flip that into something worthwhile. You ain't never lied about that. The white man run all of this shit. Did y'all get to see this? What I read? He said, in order to live a life that you love, you have to get rid of the evil and negativity. Even if that evil and negativity is related to you, you got to do it. He said the ones that keep saying, what about his other children? Some families are pure evil and can whatever. But that's how he feel. She said the stereotypes is crazy, but we will continue with the narrative that blackness is synonymous with poverty and low moral. No, ratchetness. You got ratchet people of all nationalities. You got ratchet ass Caucasian people. You got ratchet ass Hispanic people. You got ratchet Asian people. It ain't got nothing to do with no damn with your race, your skin tone, or none of that. It's brothers out there with ratchet ass Caucasian women that be calling they half black kids the N word and don't even know how to comb their damn kids' hair. In the project looking for another black dude to have a baby with. It ain't got nothing to do with black, white, or nothing. Ratchet is ratchet. You got ratchet people in Taiwan, Vietnam, fucking ratchet people in China. You got Japanese. Ratchet is worldwide. It ain't even limited to America, especially not African Americans. You got ratchet Mexicans, Puerto Ricans. You got, man, ratchetness is universal. And if you choose to deal with that, then that's your problem. Dudes be thinking, oh, I'm going to get a passport and go to Brazil and find me a chick. Man, there's a bunch of ratchet ass bitches in Brazil. It don't get no ratcheter than people. You got people in Brazil living in them damn villas. Y'all see they ghettos in Brazil while people trying to glorify Brazilian chicks. Look at this. Y'all need to see how ghetto. No. Look at this shit, y'all. This shit so damn ratchet. They all live on the hill with a big old Jesus praying over the city like, God help us all. They got the Jesus overlooking their city like, please, Lord, fix it. They all need Jesus in Brazil. It don't get no more ratchet. So when I'm saying what I'm saying, don't think I'm trying to take a knock at the sisters, because I promise y'all that's not what I'm trying to do. She said, mind you, he was married to her before she bore his children. Child, they still ghetto. You know what I'm saying? Under the psychosis, psychological understanding of what projection is, Brian is displaying how he feels about himself. He think he's ghetto. No, sister. He think his ex-wife is ghetto. That's why he moved on and got himself a new wife who's not ghetto. Somebody said, that's why we must do away with the blackness title, sister, because our skin is not black. Yo, I agree with what you said. Renetta said, said, why you got to be using Jaguar Wright's name? I thought this is a real live show with Jaguar Wright. Stop using her fucking name. We talking about what Jaguar Wright had to say about Brian McKnight. We're talking about Jaguar Wright getting sued by Brian McKnight. We're talking about how Jaguar Wright hyped up people like you to ride her bandwagon only to find herself in the courtroom for entertaining a bunch of goofies online. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about the plight of Jaguar Wright. We're talking about Jaguar Wright's run as far as a YouTube entertainer that slanders celebrities just to get clout from goofies online that never met an entertainer a day in their life and willing to take Jaguar's right word for whatever she got to say because she did a concert with Jay-Z. She's capitalizing off of lames that never even been around a goddamn celebrity. She's the closest to a celebrity you will ever be able to interact with on your social media. That's what we're talking about. Somebody said, but those are still children. They may be a product of his sin, but they are still his children, whether he chooses to deal with them or not. They're grown. They grown as hell. I feel like, well, I don't got kids, but I feel like if you raised your kids and they grown and they adults, and we all adults, if you could have a drink with your kids, if your kids gonna go do whatever the fuck they want to do, you can have an opinion about your kids. They're your kids. You can have an opinion. If anybody know them, you know them. He feel like his kid's ghetto, then I'm pretty sure he got a reason. He said, he effing killed me. I can't take the trolling. He must be talking about Brian McKnight or somebody. It said, why they beef with Pakistan then? We gonna have to figure that out. It said, culture vultures promoted by the racist whites. Oh, you gonna have to elaborate. She said, random. I just made the best beef and broccoli I've ever had in my life. Well, you put all that salt and seasoning. I know what you did to it that got it tasting all good. I'm gonna show you exactly what you did. Don't tell me I'm lying. I know exactly what you did. This all you did. That's why it tastes so good. It ain't got nothing to do with your seasoning selection. You put the same pack, Sunbird. All you did was cook that beef down until it wasn't no more blood. Put this pack on it. And now you talking about you made the best beef and broccoli you ever made in your life. No, they made the best beef and broccoli you ever had in your life. She said, I hate it here real bad, real bad. Because she know I'm telling the damn truth. But back to Brian McKnight and Jaguar Wright. It's over for Jag. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. She had a nice run. Don't get it twisted. Jaguar Wright did her thing on YouTube. Got plenty of hits, plenty of views. But it's over. And it's sad that it had to come to such an abrupt end like this. They're not going to let her. And it ain't only because she got sued, but people not listening no more. You know, people tired of it. People moved on. It's other goofiness out there that people more interested in. Times change. The algorithm changed. People's preferences change. And everything she talk about is super duper outdated. She getting older. We all getting older. Like, look at the people in your family, the kids growing up. You know, the kids that used to be kids in your family, they teenagers, they got kids, they got family, they got houses. Everybody getting older. Jag is an old woman. Look at Brian McKnight. He got a face full of gray hair. He's a grandfather. Don't nobody want to hear this old ass news. I mean, when it's fresh, but it's stale. But that's Negro here, no there. I love y'all to death. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. I want to thank everybody that helped make my videos more interesting with your beautiful comments. Simply Alluring, Renea Smith, and Benji Junkie, and everybody else that left comments. I got so much love for y'all. Y'all be good out there. We're going to be back. I got to check out the Warriors versus the Rockets. I got the Rockets. You know, I got to go see what's going on with this game. I got so much love for y'all. And y'all let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section. Y'all, I'm going to holler at y'all on my next video. And for you beautiful ladies out there, I'll risk my motherfucking life.
Risk my life to give you documentations, girl. I risk my life to give you documentations, girl. I risk my life to give you documentations, girl. I risk my life to give you documentations, girl.